Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. If you've been here before, thank you so very much for coming back. I'm Kim with Pink Squirrel Studios, and today I have several things in this haul, but I've got a lot of junk journal supplies and just some other odds and ends, things that I found that I picked up. I am starting a new junk journal series. It's for ways to junk journal a new year without resolutions. I got a couple items that I need for that series. So with that, let's go ahead and get started and see what I picked up. First bag, I mean, I guess this is nothing thrilling, but I was super excited to see cotton towels. They have polyester towels, and so what I do, if you've seen my channel before, I mean, I've talked about doing this many times, but what I do is make a little, well, this becomes the handle, and so you just hang, you put a button on here, sew a button on here, and then just use this as your little hook. These will go over your oven handle or a dishwasher handle or whatever you have that you might want to hang a towel on. I use these all the time. They're great because they don't fall off. And I've made these from Dollar Tree dish towels before, but the polyester ones, I just don't like them. I mean, they're easy to sew, that's not the problem, but the problem with them is that they tend to repel water instead of absorbing. So when you go to dry your hands, it's like you can't dry your hands. I hate those polyester ones. So I'm not going to buy, I mean, I buy some for just decorative towels, but I'm not going to buy them for my day-to-day towels. And I wish they had these in some solid colors. I did see one that was in more of like a light brown, which actually would go better with my kitchen. This is gray. It's a couple different shades of gray. And my kitchen is mostly, I mean, it's a lot of earth tones, but coffee colors, that sort of thing. So the beige one would have worked better for me, but I couldn't find any pot holders. I could only find one dish towel, and I couldn't find the right color pot holders to go with it. So I ended up getting two of these because you get two pot holders. So I have enough to make two towels. So anyway, that was one of the first items I got. This, I've never seen these there before. And I hope they work with the straws that I have. But these are silicone straw covers. You get 4 pieces. So one looks like a game controller, and then you've got football, soccer, what is that? Basketball. So anyway, that's what these, let's see, that's what that looks like. And you can see the other one is turned around, the little game controller. But I thought that this would be nice. It says that, does it say the size straw? It does, but I can't read it. Oh, let's see, fits 10 millimeter straws, and I don't know what size I have. The straws that I have are typically stainless steel, like this one, but I have a lot of different sizes. So this isn't the only size stainless steel one I have, and I know for a fact that I've got at least 1 or 2 straws, probably several straws, that will fit these. And I thought they're great because when you go outside, you don't have to worry about bugs getting in them. So I thought that that was a great idea. Pick that up. So that takes care of the first bag. In this bag I have, I've bought this before, Pasta Zing spaghetti pastas. These are nice when you need something really quick. So long day at work, didn't meal prep, which I hate when I do that. But this one, like I say, they're pretty good. You can throw sauce on them or butter and parm, you know, whatever you want. Very, very easy to make, very quick. It's already cooked, you just heat it up. Then I saw, never seen these at Dollar Tree before, Harvest Hill Garlic Herb Biscuit Mix. And it says compared to Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuit Mix. I don't know about you, but if you've been to Red Lobster and you've had their Cheddar Bay biscuits, those are really, really, really good. Now, I've seen a big box of them at, Costco. I don't remember what they cost. They're not $1.25. This says it makes 8 biscuits, and I am really anxious to try this. Now, the ingredients, I mean, sure, there are things in here I wish that weren't in here, but for the most part, it's not horrible. It could definitely be worse. But that's what this looks like. There, I think we got it focused. Yeah, so it's just got the instructions on the back, but looks pretty easy to make, and if they taste anything like those, this is going to be a huge win. If anybody's tried these, let me know if they're any good. Okay, I needed another one of these, so I grabbed one, saw it there, and this is still $1.25. I like that it's bamboo, and I don't know if this is silicone or if it's just some kind of rubber. I don't know what it is, but these are pretty nice. I like these. I've switched all to stainless and bamboo for my utensils, my cooking utensils, so it's nice to be able to find a decent product for $1.25. Okay, got this jet puffed marshmallows. It's hot chocolate season. It's also s'more season. Well, when is it not s'more season? But anyway, I grabbed these. Let's see, the expiration date is the 23rd of June, 2026. I'm sure they'll be gone by then. I was looking for the little ones, but they didn't have the little ones. They had these, so this is what I grabbed. And was glad at least that I was able to find some marshmallows. Now this, I have passed these by several times. A magnetic bulletin cork frame, $1.25 from Jot. And I thought, maybe I could use having one of these on the refrigerator for the little cork. That will be very convenient to, clip certain papers and anything important that I need on the refrigerator. So that's what I got this for. Like I say, I've seen these before. I passed them up, and I thought this could really come in handy for those times when I need to clip something. Sure, I can use a magnet on certain things, but sometimes it's nice to be able to just take a little push pin, and there you go. Okay, this bag, I got a bunch of these. This is a new style for here. I've never seen these before. Really, really pretty. I am very excited. So it's another in the line, the solar stake light line that they have. The garden collection, and I just really like these. I thought that they're really pretty, and I am dying to see what these look like lit up. But they're just so fancy looking, I know exactly where I'm going to put these. I bought 3, which should be about just right for where I want to put them. So I thought 3 would be a good number. May turn out, maybe they won't be as bright as I think they are, and maybe I'll need, 2 or 3 more, but this is a good start. So anyway, I grabbed these, and like I say, I'm very, very anxious. If it looks like, I don't know if you can see, it's got the little picture here. I mean, it's hard to do this in the camera. If it does look like that inside there, I mean, that's going to be so cool. So we'll see, but I'm anxious to have that. And if you know my channel, I love things that light up. Can't help it. Which brings me to these. So this is a new style. Well, I have the little ones that are like this. They have them in white, they had them in blue, they had them in, do they have black? I don't remember. But I know I have the white and the blue. And I just thought these were so much prettier. So I grabbed 4 of these. I think I may use these in here. I don't know. I don't know if this is replaceable because it's not saying, you would think if you can just replace the battery, they would tell you what it is. But I don't see that. So it might be once it's out, and then you're just done. But anyway, I thought they were pretty. I love them, so I grabbed 4 of them. And let's see, so you can get an idea of what they look like. I'm trying to get these gigantic tags out of the way. Let's see. But yeah, it's just, they're really pretty. So this is the other style lantern that they had. These are enclosed, which is kind of, I mean, I don't think you could put these outside. I don't think I would. But I don't know. I just like the design of these way better. So this is the old style, and I'm replacing them. And I didn't like the blue. I put the blue ones in here. I have the white ones downstairs hanging from some ivy, some fake ivy. And I don't know. I just really never, this isn't my favorite color, I guess I'll say. But it was a craft room, so I put 4 of them in here. They go around the windows. These are just going to be a lot prettier. So that's what I got that for. I know that's probably way more information than you care to hear. Oops, what do I have in here? Oh yeah, I found these yarn knitting spool set. Now I've got some of the, the crochet ones that they have. And I do have a daughter that knits that I'm hoping will teach me how to knit. But saw that, grabbed it, and then I saw these little crochet hooks. Now, one of my daughters gave me a pouch with some really nice crochet hooks. Like I would not want to take, if I were going to go on a trip and I had a little project that I wanted to work on in my spare time, I would not take those hooks because they're really, really nice. But these are just little plastic hooks. If I lost them or they broke, I wouldn't feel, I wouldn't feel bad. They were only $1.25, so, but you get a wide variety of them. There are 12 in here of different sizes. So I thought that that was a pretty good deal. Okay, then I also found this diamond painting, and it's a coaster. And I thought, well, this looks like a lot of fun to just, do on some cold, snowy day, which we have had plenty of that lately. Not so much snow. The snow hasn't been too horrible, but the cold has been awful. Awful, awful. We've been in the deep freeze for a couple days now. Still have at least one more day left. But this is what this guy looks like. There. I think you can see what that looks like. So that should be fun to do. And I've never seen this at Dollar Tree before. Taylor's chalk. And I almost didn't think I was going to get to come home with this one because I found one that was hanging where it was supposed to be hanging and it was broken. This one was not broken, and I found it over in fact, I found it just laying on the shelf when I saw this. So luckily I saw this one, wasn't broken, grabbed it. Good value, $1.25. Can always use that. So that's what was in this bag. And then, let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, then I found this stuff. So they've, got the gardening stuff out now. And so I grabbed some of these microgreens. I love these things. And in fact, I might try and grow these indoors. They do really well outside, but you can start them indoors, and usually you would take them out. But I think I may just grow these indoors. I've got a grow light. I think that would be pretty easy to do. And things like this tend to grow really fast. So it has a sell-by date of 12/26, and so it's good for almost a year. So I thought that was a good deal. And these compressed seed starter mix, press compressed mix into a 3-quart plus container to allow room for mix expansion. Add 2 cups of warm water and wait 2 minutes for full absorption. Break up and stir the soil to increase the expansion. Utilize mix for your seed starting. So I grabbed a couple of these. Okay, and it says it's made from 100% coconut coir. At least I believe that's the correct pronunciation for that word. So it's all natural. It's sustainable. I mean, win-win, right? Okay, so that, and let's see. Oh yeah, and then in this, I got from the plus section, Illumina Spectrum Light Tower Set, USB. Oh shoot, it's USB towered. Did not pay any attention to that. Oh, crikey. So this is not going to work the way I wanted it to. I mean, it shows it being used next to a laptop or next to a computer, and it also shows it next to a TV, and that was where I was going to put it, was by the TV. But that TV, I don't think has a USB port. I'll have to look. Maybe it does. I'll have to look. But I did, so the TV's in the center of the room, and then there are bookshelves and a cabinet on each side of the TV, and I was going to put one on one cabinet, one on the other cabinet. I was thinking these would be battery powered, but they are not. They come with a remote. So, I mean, I could put a power bank, I suppose, next to them, but oh shoot, that makes me sad. I don't know how, and see, it even says in big letters, USB powered. And somehow I missed that. But anyway, I will find some way to use this, hopefully by where I want to put it. But I had to give it a shot for $5. My family room is just so sad and lonely now that the Christmas tree isn't in there. I use the Christmas tree as a like a nightlight almost. I mean, it's just a light that I just always had on when I was watching TV. And I don't have a lot of other lights on. I tend to be prone to migraine, so I don't have a lot of light in there when I'm watching TV. It's Christmas tree lights and those sort of things are like the perfect light for me. And I was hoping that this might be, you know, just be a nice little background light off to the sides of the TV. But I don't know. This may not work the way I wanted it to, and that kind of makes me sad, but I'll think of something. Okay, then I bought 2 more of these photo albums. This one's just a solid pink. And then this one is multicolored. You can put small die cuts in there. You can also put stamps, and I usually put stamps in these. But good, you know, it's a great value. You get 48 pockets. I mean, it holds a lot. You can put 4x6 photos in there. There are 48 pockets. So, I mean, it's a pretty good deal. I really like getting it. And I like the soft-sided ones. Like I have a grandma's brag book. And, you know, these work really well in your purse. You know, they're not hard and stiff like some of the other kinds are. They're just nice and soft. And they just go in there pretty well. I think this is all of my junk. Well, not all of this is junk journal. I bought this multicolor pen from Jot. You know, I mean, I know this is for a kid, but I love these things. And I love them because this particular one has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colors. Now, my favorite are the ones that Bic makes, and there are 4 colors in that one. There's a blue, a black, a green, and a red. And I love those things. I go through them like mad. It's just nice that they have the different colors all in one pen. So I don't have to keep grabbing for this, grabbing for that. All contained, so it's really nice. These, I mean, I like them because they have multiple colors in here. I don't like that they're super thick. The ones that Bic makes they're like a regular pen. They're not super thick, they're not super thin, but I really like those. And but I don't always like the price. So these are much more affordable, and I get all the colors in them. So great for, you know, when you're writing in your junk journals. They're just nice. I also got this Sharpie. This is a fine permanent marker. This is green. I was going through my supply. I had been looking for different colored Sharpies for some project that I was doing last month, and I couldn't find hardly any colors. So I decided I needed some. So I grabbed this green, and I also grabbed, I would call this like a peach is what I would call. So I got a couple of those, and let's see, what else did I find? I also found this craft fabric. This is, I mean, it reminds me of burlap, but it's not quite as rough as burlap, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. I thought this would be great for when you're layering things in a junk journal, and I really like the color. It was the only color I could find in this, so I grabbed 2 of these. Hopefully you can get an idea of the color. It's a pretty blue, but I really like that. So I bought that for junk journaling. Also for junk journaling, I bought these jumbo clips. I haven't seen these in forever. In fact, I didn't think I was ever going to see them again. It's been so long since I've had them. And maybe you guys see them all the time, but this is the first time I've seen them here in ages. So, and these are both the same, the exact same. They've got all the same colors and stuff in them. 2 packs of them. You get 10 jumbo clips, 5 different colors, 2 of each color. So I thought that was a good find. I was really excited to see that. Then I found, this is also for junk journaling. I will deconstruct these. But I grabbed, they're actually bead lanyards from the Jot line, and I grabbed 2 of these. So let's see, it says they're 35 inches, and at the bottom of them is a tassel and a little clip, and which I'm going to use these too. These are great for junk journals. But I will deconstruct these. It's got the little gold spacer beads in between them. Really great find for $1.25. So I grabbed 2 of these and thought that's perfect for my junk journal. So got that. This one, you know, craft shapes, anytime I see them, I grab them. And I'm struggling to remember if I have some of these. It's got little flower pots and watering cans and wheelbarrows and just, you know, gardening type stuff. And I thought, do I have this one or not? I didn't know if I did or not. When I go to put these away, I'll find out if I had them in my stash. But I didn't want to pass these up, even if I do have them, which I haven't. If I do have them, I haven't seen them in a long time, which tells me that they're either about out or they're out. So anyway, grabbed that. I also got some more of the, oh my gosh, what do you call this? Graph paper. You guys are all probably yelling, it's graph paper, it's graph paper. But yeah, I got some more graph paper. This paper I am going to coffee dye, and this will go in junk journals. So grab that, 80 sheets for $1.25. I'm sure I could do better at Staples or Walmart or probably even Amazon, but I happened to be there, and it just so happened to be probably about 4 or 5 days after I had coffee dyed a whole bunch of paper. And when I was doing that, I was like, why don't I have any more graph paper? I need more graph paper. So that's what I got that for. Okay, then I found Dr. Seuss. This is a jumbo coloring activity book. This is also going in a junk journal. Now you can do a couple of different things with this. You can put the pages in there like this, or you can take a page out, fold it up, stick it in a pocket, you know, use it in a tuck spot someplace, and then if you're giving the journal away, then the recipient has a cute little coloring page or a word search or puzzle piece or whatever it happens to be in here. So that's what I grabbed that for. I also did the same with this. It's a jumbo coloring and activity book. This one has a whole bunch of different things in here too, and I will do the very same thing with it. Again, you can color them first and put them in, or you can color them after they're in. You know, you can do whatever you want with them, of course. Then I thought these would be fun in a junk journal. Harry Potter, this is Adventures in the Castle, and so I think this one is just a coloring book. But again, you can pre-color it, or you could just stick it in, whatever you want to do. And I also got this Harry Potter book. With this one is a Stickertivity is what it says. Over 50 stickers. And it seems like, did this have, no, this is, wait, there are activity. Yeah, there are activities in here too. I was thinking it had more than just stickers, but it also has these. It's got these pages, and I thought those will be awesome in a junk journal. I just like the looks of some of these pages. I thought they were cool. And do we have any more? Then it's got the cast. But this just seemed like a lot of fun, so I thought, you know, I've got to get that. So I grabbed that. Now, this is also for junk journals. These paper cutouts, I've got them in a whole bunch of different shapes. They're from the teaching tree section. So I grabbed this and thought that that would be fun to journal with. And then I grabbed, now this is actually going to be, okay, so my camera stopped. Thankfully, I noticed before it got too far away from me. But what I was just getting ready to show you was, well, I'm working on a new junk journal. It's Ways to Junk Journal a New Year Without Resolutions. And so The two projects I'm working on so far are what I'm carrying forward, which is a tag stack page, and then also a rotating reflection wheel spinner. So that's what I got these guys for, was the reflection wheel spinner. You get 4 of each of these, and I am going to modify them slightly to make it work for what I want to do with them. But I had been thinking about, in fact, I was going to do all of this from scratch. And then I happened to see these at Dollar Tree, and I went, oh, that just saved me a bunch of time. So I am going to use these instead. So I hope that you will stay tuned for that. In fact, I'm working on filming some of that right after I finish this. I hope to get those 2 videos, or maybe I'll just do it all and put them all together. But anyway, yeah, I hope you'll come back for that. I've spent a lot of time looking for anything on clearance, and I heard about the Happy Planner stickers for 25 cents. I've looked and looked and looked for those, and I can't find them, and maybe that's because I bought them all last time we had them. I don't know, but if anybody sees those out there still, if you're still seeing places where they've got, you know, planner stickers, Happy Planner stickers, the books from for 25 cents, let me know. I love those books. I really love those books. So I am still going to keep my eye out, but we really didn't have a whole lot in the clearance section after Christmas. I mean, I did get my candy canes. I was really glad to get those, but we just didn't have that much. So I don't know. And of course, we've got Easter stuff out, and we've got St. Patrick's Day stuff out. When I was at the store a couple days ago, well, it was before the cold, so that would have been Thursday before it got really, really cold. We had quite a bit of St. Patrick's and Easter stuff out. And of course, the Valentine's section was completely full. So if you missed the haul before this one, that one was Valentine, and I hit pay dirt on ribbons and mesh. I mean, I stocked up. So I saw all kinds of different colors and different, you know, textures, and I stocked up. So that was a great haul too. Really glad that I was able to find those things. Would really appreciate a thumbs up if you would be so kind as to do that. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you come aboard. I'm Kim from Pink Squirrel Studios signing off. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.